to week number 8 of the Global Pokemon Society Draft League. I'm your host, SinDragonLord, aka your commissioner, your Phoenix Primals, and this is a matchup between the Lavender Town Gengars and the Buffalo Bidoofs. Looks like we got a Goodra Blastoise lead, and the Blastoise is going to tear a fire, going for that Terra Blast. Ooh, and it does over half to what I have to assume is an Assault Vest Goodra, so that is really solid damage coming from that Blastoise right now. In past weeks, we have seen the Terra Ghost out of this Blastoise, but not the Terra Fire. Probably a good call by him. But we see a Clefable now who is, I would have to assume, unaware. And it's still taking a good chunk of damage despite being unaware of the Shell Smash boosts. Does the Clefable actually have anything to hit this Blastoise with offensively? Because we know probably Moonblast, but it's going to be resisted. Okay, here comes the Torkoal. Maybe the Torkoal has something to handle this Blastoise a little easier. Because it looks like this Blastoise is actually might be a bit of a problem for him. Okay, here comes the Walking Wake. This Walking Wake should be able to take out this Blastoise just fine. He gets a quad resist both fire and water. And here comes the Hydro Steam, and that Blastoise will go down. So that Blastoise could have gotten really out of control, but the Walking Wake showing its worth once again. Because it put in that work last week, it's doing stuff this week. Oh, and it's choice locked in the Dragon Pulse. The Clefable will eat that alive. But it's going to force a switch into Lucario, which the Clefable will take this opportunity to set up a wish. Now, is this Lucario going to go for the Terra Normal Choice Banded Extreme Speed shenanigans? Nope, it's going to set up Sword Stances instead. So it's definitely not banded. But I would assume it would have to be Terra Normal with Extreme Speed because it's basically our league's version of Dragonite, basically. Because Dragonite in this league cannot Terrasilize. Goes for the close combat, but it's a resisted hit and is unaware of the sword stances. So it's just a matter of, does this Lucario actually have any sort of steel coverage? But the Lucario is burned as well, so that's also not helping anything at all. But it doesn't look like he has any steel coverage, so this Clefable might just be able to wall this thing pretty nicely. Yeah, Meteor Mash probably would have been good to have in this case, but it is what it is. And the Lucario will go down to a Flamethrower, so the Clefable did have alternative coverage moves, just not for the Blastoise. And now we know this whole set is Calm Mind, Wish, Flamethrower, and Moonblast, and that was not going to hit a Terra Fire Blastoise at all. Here comes the Goodra, who's going to accept this Wish Pass. This Photon Geyser is not going to do anything to this Assault Vest Goodra. And the Wish will bring it right back up to a comfortable 85%. And we see the Power Herb Meteor Beam. It's also not going to do too much. Knockoff's not going to do much either, because it did get rid of its item just now. Heat Wave not doing a whole lot, but Necrozma showing just how bulky it can be. Here comes the Torkoal. Does he have the Power Gem? Because it does get Power Gem to deal with this Torkoal. Let's see. Or is it just another... Oh no, it's a Morning Sun. So we got the Recovery too, taking advantage of the weather to allow for massive healing. Oh, is that going to be... Oh, Photon Geyser. Is this going to be enough to take it out? No, it is not. It is not enough to take out the Walking Wake, and the Walking Wake should be able to pick off. Oh, but he switches into Sableye. Okay, Hydro Steam into the Sableye. 98%. Okay. Sableye gonna go for the Fake Out. Okay, I can see that. But if he gets a Prankster Will-O-Wisp off, this Walking Wake will go down this turn. But it missed. It missed. So the Hydro Steam will take out the Sableye, and the Walking Wake will stay at 9%. And it's a 6v3 situation. And here comes the Ditto again to copy the Walking Wake. Here comes Goodra to take the hit. and it takes it very comfortably, despite being in the sun. Here comes Dragapult. Is it going to be coming into a knockoff? Yes. It will knock off the choice specs. So that is a great switch in for that, or that was a great knockoff there to get rid of the specs and to take out the Dragapult on the subsequent turn with a Dragon Pulse. So all that's left is the Necrozma and this Ditto. But can Necrozma actually do anything? Goodra can't. We're kind of in a stalemate, but there's only so many Morning Sun power points. Here comes the Kleavor. Oh, we see. Oh, a Heat Wave gets the burn. Oh, what an unfortunate turn for Lavender Town there. The U-turn probably would have taken it out otherwise, but it's not going to take it out. Here comes Clefable on the Morning Sun to heal. And Clefable pick up the pieces here and take care of this Necrozma. Maybe. Just maybe. It's the, that only did 29%. That was before the Calm Mind boost. Can we see a crit? Nope. No crit. We're going to see a Wish. There's... Oh, wait. Hang on. Nope. No crit still. We're going to see another Calm Mind, and that Wish is going to be passed to the Clefable. And now this Clefable is sitting pretty comfy. But you also have to keep in mind that Ditto is still in the back, and it's going to copy those Calm Mind boosts. Ooh, and it gets a special attack drop. Not that it matters too much, because it was unaware in the first place, but... And realizing the threat of Ditto in the back, did not want to risk that Ditto coming in and swapping in. But now this Goodra should in theory be able to take out this Necrozma with a Dragon Pulse. Yep, and then the Ditto is going to come in. He'll copy the Goodra. And I'll be honest, this might just be a 6-0 in Lavender Town's favor. Excuse me. And the Flamethrower gets the burn. The Choice Scarf is knocked off. Will we see a... Yep, okay, here comes the Torkoal. Dragon Pulse, okay, does a decent little chunk there. But will... Oh, here comes the Clefable. Will there be another? Nope. It'll be a knockoff, which means it'll knock off the leftovers. I almost wonder if leaving the Scarf on there would have been beneficial. That way he would have been locked in the Dragon Pulse, and it basically would have secured him the game. I wonder if that was a misplay to knock it off. But now we see, oh, a Heat Wave and 2 Flamethrower burns off the rip in one game. And this Clefable, of course, being unaware means that it's going to be taking this burn damage because it's not Magic Guard. Here comes Walking Wake. I'm not sure why they did that. This Walking Wake is probably going to go down here. Yep. Probably could have swapped into the, I don't know, the Scovillain maybe. Oh, well, here comes Scovillain now. Flamethrower. Dragon Pulse. Okay. The 2-hit KO for sure. Oh, go for the Terra Fairy. Terra Blast. No, not enough. But if he goes for another Dragon Pulse, that will be gained. Yes. The Terra Fairy will allow it to not take any damage from that Dragon Pulse, and a subsequent Flamethrower will be enough to take out the final Mon for a 5-0 in Lavender Town's favor. Let's get on to game number 2. All right, game number 2. Here comes Blastoise again, and the Kleavor. So the Kleavor goes for a U-turn. Excuse me, sorry, I just ate, and I guess I still have some food in my throat. Here comes the Shell Smash into the unaware Clefable, who will not care about it at all. But here comes the Liquidation. Looks like we're going with a physical Blastoise. That's what the Liquidation tells me, at least. Goes for another Shell Smash. Getting a little greedy here, but let's see if it pays off. Probably not in the face of this unaware Clefable, but if you can get rid of the Clefable, this Blastoise might just go off. And it's doing enough damage for a potential 3-hit KO after lefty. Oh, no, never mind. I forgot about the wish. This Blastoise is pretty much toast. But still doing a good chunk, though, to this Clefable. But the Blastoise will go down. I'm not sure why. If they did they Terra? I don't think they Terra it there. I'm not sure why they didn't. Because they were fully aware of the Clefable set. Maybe they just wanted to save the Terra for the Lucario? Maybe. We're still setting up. Maybe he's unaware of the fact that Clefable is unaware. Yeah, I'll see myself out. That was bad. I'm sorry. That was bad. But here comes the Terra Normal. We see the extreme speed, and it's not going to do enough because, again, it is unaware of the Sword Stance boosts, so Clefable will be able to take out the Lucario as well. And now we got Dragapult. And I don't know what this Dragapult's going to do. We got a choice specs on it, we know that, but the Calm Mind boost is basically enough to neutralize the buff from the choice specs. And this Clefable might just take the game, honestly. It might just take the game home. No lefties recovery, but as long as you got access to Wish, I think the Clefable will be just fine. The Will-O-Wisp will hit, and it will take residual damage because of the burn. But I think this Clefable is looking just pretty clean here, to be honest with you. Sableye goes down. That is 4 straight KOs for Clefable. I believe this is its debut match. I believe, I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it, but this might just be Clefable's debut match. Because he got it in a trade fairly recently. Here comes another Calm Mind to mitigate the Meteor Beam boost. Here comes a Photon Geyser. Is it gonna be? No. 21%. And I think the Wish will go off before the burn. Let's see. We'll see. Will the burn happen before the Wish? Yes. No, I mean, no. The Wish happens before the burn, which is good because that Clefable might have been what just saved that Clefable in that particular exchange. Here comes another Wish to try to get them back up to relatively healthy. Unsure why we went for another Meteor Beam there. I'm guessing, all jokes aside, I'm guessing he's just really not aware of what Clefable's ability is, which is unfortunate because that means this Clefable is just going to go absolutely bonkers, and this could potentially be Clefable sweep. However, we got the Ditto in the back, but even if it copies the Clefable will be unaware of the boosts, and the Clefable on the Buffalo side will only have 5 PP, so at that point it will be a struggle war, but no. He decides to swap right into the Goodra here. And I don't know if I agree with that play or not by Lavender Town. I think he was better off just staying with the Clefable given the circumstances of what the game state was looking like. Because now this Necrozma can maybe potentially do something. Here comes Torkoal to set up the Sun. Another Meteor Beam. Torkoal's definitely not going to want to take that. Here comes Scoville, and this Scoville is not going to appreciate that either. But we see the Focus Sashes on it, so thank goodness for that Sash, I suppose. Otherwise, that Scoville would have been toast. The Flamethrower on the Necrozma, not enough to take it out, and the Scoville will go down to a Photon Geyser. Honestly, though, all he needs to do is go into the... I would have gone into the Walking Wake there, but... Necrozma does go down to an X-Scissor from the Kleavor. And then all that's left is that Ditto, which will copy the Kleavor. Here comes Goodra, which will pretty much resist everything this thing wants to throw. Yep. So now it's pretty much a wrap there. There could have been some things that Lavender Town could have done a little differently that might have secured him a 6-0 in both games. He could have gotten a full 12-0 sweep. But alas, that it's okay. A W is still a W. All that Goodra needs to do is hit up another Flamethrower. Yep, that is game. Thank you so much, you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.